Okay, so today we are at Bukit Jalil, Akasia. Now this is a government housing, and as you can see, maintenance-wise, or this is just a one-year-old property lah, but then the design and everything looks a little bit funky. And also because it's affordable housing, maybe the mentality of the people staying here is not very good lah. That's why you see trash outside there, right? But let's go check it out. Okay, so we are now at Akasia Bukit Jalil. We have reviewed quite a fair bit of condos in this area, and this one apparently is actually a government housing. It's actually for the tenteras in Malaysia lah. So we checked this place out because it's actually a rather low dense property, 400 units only actually, and we can see over here there's an ample amount of space that you can actually park your cars for visitor car parks as well. And over here they even built a 4-storey car park bay over here lah. So I think design-wise, you can go and check it out because it kind of reminds me of those old school build design lah. Okay, I think they could have been done a little bit better, but let's go check out the place first. Let's go. Okay, so at least they give you decent brand lift, right? Hitachi, obviously a very good brand, and it's 19 floors in total lah. And this one over here doesn't require any sort of access card, so safety-wise may be a bit questionable lah. But lift speed is also bearable. I think less than 30 seconds we are already on the 17th floor lah. Okay, so we just came into the unit and the landlord actually converted this house into a room rental basis lah. So you can see there is some signage over here lah. Basically, you can give some house rules for the tenants. So you can see, please switch off the lights after usage. And also the kitchen area is actually very well equipped lah. Really for water dispenser, even air fryer is already provided. And more importantly, right, I think for me, this particular unit, the highlight is this design over here. Because it gives some sort of design and also some sort of privacy from the outside lah. People can't really see you directly, right? And most importantly, right, it still allows air ventilation to come in. So I think this is, to me, the highlight over here. And of course, if you want to expand your kitchen area, you can do it over here. But of course, this one is rented out for room rental basis. They need to have a washing machine over here as well. So yeah, I think this overall property, the layout design-wise, is actually quite large and very suitable for families that are looking for a property, affordable property in Bukit Jalil. The walkways to your unit is also quite fairly sizable, and more importantly is that they actually make this leveling correct lah. You can see over here, right? Because some of the condos that we've been to so far, right, the leveling is actually towards the inside the house. Means that when water splash inside, right, it comes to the walkway over here. Now this one is towards the outside, which is correct, and even more important is that they even have the drainage system over here lah, so it will never flood, assuming it doesn't clog lah. So I think overall development wise, right, it looks pretty decent. It's really for the government people that actually is looking for housing in Bukit Jalil that is fairly big, you know. Because the unit we saw just now is about 1,000-ish plus square feet, right? Which I think is very sizable. Okay, so typically, people that put this, I think, is for Airbnb or room rental or rental unit lah, for convenience sake, right? But nowadays also a lot of landlords decided to do this as well because these are key, very easy to get lost lah. So from the looks of it like this, don't know if they are Airbnb or is it for own stay punya orang lah. But interesting to know that people are starting to adopt this type of technology. So see, this land size over here is actually massive, you know. This block over here consists of 300 plus unit. And the other block is actually on the other side. Look how far that is. For me to even walk there, it's like easily 2-3 minutes to just get to the other side lah. And to be very honest with you, right, this part of Bukit Jalil has been rather overly developed in the sense whereby you see that property over there. That side also got your Bintang residence lah, your Armani Bukit Jalil lah, Merku Jalil lah. There's another 3-4 condos in that area, you know. And 2 of them are actually rumah whips. So the property density over here is like really, really high lah. And I really don't know how the rental market here is going for. because everybody just keep putting the concept of like Bukit Jalil Pavilion nearby, right? Or the train station is actually like a 15 minutes walk away lah. 10-15 minutes depending how fast you run, right? So this is supposed to be a government affordable housing, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's between 330 to 360,000. And the square feet layout here is about 1,002 square feet, you know, it's a fairly large property. But more importantly, right, is the amount of land size you actually have over here. Now, I mentioned that just now I was at the other block. I'm walking over here to the facility area to the other side of the block, and I'm still not even there yet. It's actually easily 10 acres large, I would think. And just now when we walk over there, there's a playground, futsal court, and also a swimming pool. So very sizable, very clean, looks very well maintained. And overall landscaping wise is also pretty well done lah. But all in all, right, you see this area, as I mentioned many times, is a very high developed area, you know, with a lot of rumah whips on its way still lah. And Bukit Jalil, this part of Bukit Jalil still has a lot of lands, you know. The wellness center over there lah, there's a lot of land, a lot of developments ongoing lah. And for me personally, I think the futsal court was actually quite nice to have, because I don't get to see this like a proper size one very that often lah. And just now there was some kids playing, right? But the minute they saw me coming over, they run away already, because I'm messy ma, right?
He should and doesn't.
So they takut saya. So you got a very nice space over here to play football and also to play basketball lah. Yeah, so this is our national flower, Bunga Malaysia, or what's it called, I cannot remember. But yeah, they even have it over here across the entire walkway to the swimming pool lah. So the swimming pool is quite interesting because they actually went with the quote-unquote like more portable or more budget-cautious type of water filter for swimming pool. This is way much more easier to maintain as compared to the standard ones you get in other condos lah. But of course, aesthetically not so nice to see lor, because it's like a big thing over here, right? And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 to make sure that the water filtration is also clean lah. And I also like the fact that you can see a lot of family members actually fully utilizing the swimming pool over here. As I mentioned, this is Bukit Jalil. Then behind that there's Bintang Residence, and then there's a new development upcoming over here also lah. So if you stay here, in 10 minutes time, they are supposed to stop their piling work already. Not piling, but their construction work lah, because of noise pollution, right? But this is just in very close proximity to the next construction site. I could literally just walk up here and I'm almost at the project site itself lah. So I don't know if you guys can hear it from the microphone, but it's actually quite loud. And I think this persists from 9 AM all the way to 6-7 PM, depending on when they stop work lah. But to me, I think this is a development that it is built for what it's intended to, in a way whereby it's actually very value for money lah. Really got a lot of space, you know. I think for most developers, they would have just built one more block over here, one block over here, one block over here, one block over here, and one block over there. There's just so much land that is not fully utilized for more affordable housing lah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh yeah, one more thing. You can see those 3-4 pillars over there, right? That is to indicate where Pavilion Bukit Jalil is at lah. A good 20+ minute walk lah, if you want to walk to Pavilion Bukit Jalil. But all in all, I think this particular property is really suitable for bigger families, right? Because the layout here is really huge. And if you want to have like good family time also, the land size is more than enough for you to do like a couple of laps of running and whatnot, right? So personally, I think this development by the government, right, actually pretty well done lah, to be very honest. Because you look at the finishing, the quality of deliverables are all on par. They didn't give you anything premium that is hard to maintain and whatnot, but they just give you things that is required for you to make a good living lah. So I think this development, irregardless of what people call it and what is for by a government, right, I think it's still a pretty good deal. So that's pretty much it for this particular condo. If you guys like this series, make sure to like and follow for more contents like such.